These are complimentary matchbooks for members only.
I am a member.
Oh, yes. How silly of me to forget. There's a limit of 1 per member. Considering your membership is going to be extremely short-lived, consider yourself lucky you got one.
Hello again, Felix.
Hello again, sir.
How's the club tonight?
Buzzing.
That lively, huh?
No, I mean I just had to remove a wasp nest from the gentleman's lavatory.
Crab McCready told me you kicked him out of the club for teaching a parrot poetry?
Yes, that's quite correct.
That doesn't seem very fair.
You didn't hear the poetry. If I may regale you, there was a young man from Bombay. Took the slow boat to China one day. He was pinned to the tiller by a frisky gorilla, and China's a bloody long way.
I see.
Apologies if we're in disagreement about whether that sort of material is appropriate for the Captain's Club.
Nope. Can't argue with that. Very fair conclusion. I best be casting off.
Farewell, Captain.
If I needed more help from Crab, I was going to need to charter his ferry. What do you think of this manuscript?
That's a strange-looking map.
It's not a map. It's the instructions for a voodoo spell.
Oh, good. I thought the vodka had gone to my head.
I'd like to charter your ferry, please. I have a map here to... Huh? What's that?
Shh, shh, quiet! The show's starting.
Signore, signori, ladies and gentlemen, the magic and mystery of the theater comes together with the artistry of the craftsman. I was going to say that. You're interrupting me. You started it. This is very unprofessional. To present to you the fantastical battle between good and evil, a struggle between right and wrong. I just said that. The timeless tale of Pulcinella. I was supposed to announce the title.
Perhaps it was the piratical air that brought to mind the mimicry skills of a parrot. If Squawkin' Hawkins could do it, maybe I could give it a try.
You're speaking over my lines. I'm not speaking over your lines. You're adding in lines that weren't in the script.
It was the magazine where I'd first read about the Belmore treasure. Now I was going to find out if it was more than just a ghost story. It was a handmade necklace of a wooden compass broken in two. I needed to think of something else. That didn't work. That wasn't going to work. Abigail's ghost was once again back in her bedroom, now fully consumed by the wicked spell Rackham had trapped her in. The minutes left before he married her were falling away like dominoes. The necklace I was carrying exactly matched the one around the neck of the bride's reflection. This must have belonged to the sailor. It was time to reunite it with its other half. As the reflection disappeared back into the mirror, I looked at the dresser and saw that something had been left behind. A small ivory comb. I didn't think Abigail would mind if I took the comb with me. Remembering my childhood days, I wrapped the tissue paper around the comb to form a rudimentary kazoo.
Non ci posso credere. That was my moment. Your moment? We agreed in rehearsals that this scene would be about me. Che cosa? I did no such thing. You did it again! Mama always told me you'd try to upstage me. Che pazzia! Mama told you that. She always told me I should go solo. Right, that's it. I quit. You quit. I quit first. You'll never work in this town again. Work in this town again? We only arrived this morning. You sabotaged the show!
Oh, I'm sorry, I was just...
That was hilarious! I liked it when the puppets fight, but I love it when it's the puppeteers.
Glad you enjoyed the show.
Could I borrow those instruments you used? If they come back, I'd like to direct the encore.
Sure, I doubt I'll have much more use for them. Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
What was that puppet show you were watching?
A bastardization of the Commedia dell'arte.
You know, I don't even think they're Italian. Shave the moustaches off, and they'd look exactly like two guys I saw down at the Absinthe Bar a few weeks ago.
Do you think they're really locals?
Worse than that, I think they're Floridians.
Does anyone else perform here?
On the Plaza del Pez? Oh, sure. We're plagued by performers. Last week, some guy painted himself silver, shoved a steel rod up his sleeve, then stood there pretending he could float on air.
Sounds magical.
It wasn't magical when Mrs. Grotke took a tumble and tried to steady herself on him. Knocked the guy right into the bay. He might have been able to float on air, but he sure couldn't float on water.
Are you not a fan of the theater?
Quite the contrary. I dreamed of one day treading the boards, basking in the limelight.
What would your act have been?
Hypnosis. Ever since I was a boy, I would practice for hours, honing my hypnotic stare.
Were you any good at it?
I don't know. I never tried it out other than in the mirror. But anytime I hear a bell ring, I do start clucking like a chicken.
Have you ever auditioned for the local theater?
At the Calliope? No, I can't say that I have. I always felt that the innate connection between the performer and the audience was disrupted by the proscenium arch. An actor should get out among the spectators, simultaneously a symbol and a reflection of the society they find themselves in. A commentary on the bourgeoisie that belongs within the everyday experience, not locked away behind an entry fee.
And you think that can come across in street theater?
Of course. Unless you're a mime, and you just look silly.
I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Could you take me to Crossbone Cove?
Well, look at that. That's quite the dangerous destination. Do you know how many boats have crashed against the rocks along that coast?
Does that mean we can't go?
Oh, sure we can. But it'll cost you.
How much?
Boat charter, insurance, perilous route supplement, double pay at this time of night. It's gonna cost you at least $50.
$50?
Plus tax. Let's call it $75 total.
75?
But listen, I'll give you private hire of the ferry for the rest of the night.
I don't have that much.
No problem. Just get back to me when you do. As I say it, you've got no other choice. Ain't no other ferry around at this time of night.
My name's Murphy McCallan. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yes. Hello. Pleased to meet you. I'm Muffy Carlyle.
Wait, I think I've heard of you. Doesn't your family run a banking firm in New York?
That's the one. Are you familiar with the Carlisle Provincial Accounts and Joint Stock Corporation?
Actually, the reason I remembered you was because I was amazed the owner had a son named Muffy.
It's a nickname. Nanny gave it to me because my ears were always cold.
What's so important about the pebbles?
It's not the pebbles themselves. It's what's inside them.
What's inside the pebbles?
Dinosaurs.
I'm sorry. I think I'm missing something here. You think there are dinosaurs living inside the rocks?
Not living. They're extinct. So I've been told. But skulls, bones, fossils.
Oh, you're a fossil hunter?
That's right. But this beach seems terrible for them.
Why is this beach terrible for fossil hunting?
Too many people wandering across here. The place has been picked dry. I need somewhere secluded. A beach no one ever goes to. Are you from around here? Do you know anywhere like that?
I'm afraid I don't.
Well, do let me know if you find anywhere. I'd pay a pretty penny to go somewhere with potential.
Have you found many fossils before?
Only one. It was in our flower garden. The summer house, actually.
Fascinating. Where did you find it?
In a plant pot.
A plant pot? Shouldn't it have been in the ground?
Yes. Nanny told me she planted it there for me to find. Couldn't stand the look of disappointment on my face.
Oh, this was when you were a child.
No, last week.
What's that book over there on the table?
That's my research text, all about dinosaurs.
A paleontology textbook?
No, Dunstan the Dinosaur. A thrilling series of books for the young reader. and the reader who is young at heart. My favorite is Dunstan and the Mysterious Meteor from Mars.
Have you been out here long?
Just a couple of hours. Rufus dropped me off just after supper.
Dropped you off, but the causeway is flooded over.
I didn't come via the causeway. I got here on the yacht.
You have a boat?
The Plucky Plesiosaur. I named it myself.
Do you work for your father's company too?
That's right. I'm Executive Director of New Initiatives.
And what exactly does that entail?
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But Papa does say it requires me to be out of the office as much as humanly possible. Muffy, he tells me, if I have to see your face around here, I'll end up moving to Tibet and joining a monastery. So even if I'm not sure exactly what my job is, clearly it is very important.
Well, good luck with your search.
I'll never give up. That's the dinosaur way.
Did you say you were looking for a more secluded beach?
Yes, that's right. Have you found one?
Look at this! Further along the coast is a bay called Crossbone Cove.
Crossbone Cove! That does sound very bony. How do we get there?
There's a ferryman in town named Crab McCready who can take us to Crossbone Cove. We just need $75 to cover the charter fee.
Oh, absolutely. I can spare some of my allowance. Let me write you a check. That should cover it.
I'll go charter it at once. Will this cover the ferry payment?
Oh, I didn't think you'd get that much. Sure it will. Who's this Carlisle guy?
Oh, he's coming too. He's funding the trip.
Well, he gets a promotional flag too.
Gee, thanks.
Consider this ferry chartered. Thank you for placing your trust in the Crab McCready Ferry Company, despite all the reviews. Now, once your compatriot is here, we can cast off. Pin that map up inside the cabin, will you? It'll be a tricky voyage to Crossbone Cove. I haven't sunk yet. This month.
And so we were off, captained by a man whose body composition had more alcohol in it than a bottle of vodka. And yet he navigated like a seasoned dancer, pirouetting through the treacherous currents with a drunken grace, all the while sipping from a flask that smelled stronger than window cleaner. Crab, I can't complain about your captaincy skills, but I've got to ask, how did you get through those treacherous rocks with so much alcohol in your bloodstream?
Murphy, if I didn't have the alcohol in my bloodstream, I wouldn't be going anywhere near those rocks in the first place.
It was a pile of rocks, sturdily balanced atop one another. I didn't want to disturb the rock pile. I might have made it collapse. It was an old rowboat, smashed against the rocks of the stony beach. The rowboat had no oars, and more importantly, no structural integrity. It wasn't going anywhere. Hey Crab, what is this thing?
Ah, there's a cairn. Probably built centuries ago.
What was it used for?
The cairns were used by pirates as markers. You see, with all these coves and caves along the coastline, it'd be easy to lose track of which one held the booty. So they'd stack up the rocks and put something reflective on top, like a shard of metal from a broken cutlass or a handheld mirror. Then, as they'd sail the coast, they'd shine their lanterns across the beaches, and if they saw something reflect back, they knew that's where they'd hidden the stolen loot.
Do you think the cove still has treasure?
I don't think so. What's the point of hiding gold and jewels if you don't come back to collect and spend them?
I balanced the brooch on top of the cairn, its reflective jewel facing out to the horizon. If pirates could make use of this, maybe I could too. Hello again, Muffy.
Hello, Murphy.
Any luck finding those fossils?
Nothing. I'm beginning to think this island doesn't have any fossils.
Have you found anything at all?
Only these.
Oh my goodness, Muffy! Those are gemstones! Rubies, emeralds, sapphires? This might be genuine pirate treasure.
But they're not fossils, are they? They're nothing more than baubles. They're not the figurative footsteps of ancient behemoths, the skeletal remains of the kings of the prehistoric world. I'll have you know, I'm not conducting this exploration for financial gain, but for the love of dinosaurs. Here, you seem rather entranced by them. You can have them.
Gosh, thank you, Muffy. What do you think of Crossbone Cove, Muffy?
I feel like a real explorer out here. Such daring and tranquil isolation, inaccessible, miles from civilization.
It's nice to get away from it all, isn't it?
Just the place to build a summer retreat, I'd say. A manor on the cliffside, a pier for the yacht, connect up a road for Rufus, my driver, a few cottages for the staff. Then I'd be able to enjoy the isolation properly.
You haven't seen a cave around here, have you?
I'm afraid not. Why? Have you lost one?
It appears so.
Well, don't give up. Things are always in the last place you look.
Good luck with the fossil hunting.
I'm close. I can feel it.
Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
Isn't there supposed to be a cave here?
Looks like there's been a rock slide. Not unusual on this side of the island. The Caribbean hurricanes hit these coves with full force.
Do you think there are any fossils on this beach?
Bones? Here? Nah, I don't think so. You see, most of the rock is igneous. It doesn't have the right sedimentary process and stratigraphic considerations. You need to have a thorough understanding of geologic timescales and the depositional environments present in a particular era to fully grasp why fossils wouldn't be found in rock formations like these.
I didn't expect you to know so much about geology.
Most people don't. Skills like that, you keep close to your chest. Never know when they'll come in useful.
What do you think of Muffy persisting in his search?
Well, everybody needs a hobby, right? I collect rubber ducks.
You continue to surprise me, Crab. So pirates used to use this beach to stow hidden treasure?
I heard this one was used by Captain Crumb.
He's related to Jasper Crumb, the jeweler, isn't he?
Hard to believe, isn't it? One of the most vicious pirates to sail these seas. Until he got the wind knocked out of his sails. How a bloodline can go from a man who had cut through a dozen men for just a single doubloon to a man who came off worse in a fight with a budgie is beyond me.
What knocked the wind out of Captain Crumb's sails?
Some say it was a ghost ship. Personally, I think he must have had a midlife crisis. Tried to find something more fulfilling, like crochet or watercolour painting. All that swashbuckling would wear anyone out.
I'd like to head back to Dead Nettle, please.
I'll stay here. Come back for me later. I'm not leaving until I find a fossil.
That guy's elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor now, does it? Hop aboard, Murphy.
Welcome back.
I've got something to sell that I think you'll be very interested in.
Wonderful! What is it you're selling?
These are genuine pirate gems. They were discovered at the treacherously inaccessible Crossbone Cove, where they must have laid undisturbed for 2 centuries. Just imagine their history. Fierce ship battles, sword fights, X marks the spot. They must be priceless.
That's a very exciting story, Murphy, but I'm afraid what we have here is glass.
Glass.
Yes, sea glass. Bits of bottle or a broken lantern, perhaps. They fall into the sea, then get smashed up into little pieces by the rocks. The tide wears them down until you end up with pretty little polished pieces like this.
Does that mean you're not going to buy them off me?
I'm afraid not. But they are pretty. I'll tell you what I'll do. Have a look and see if there's something you'd like to trade them for. Does that sound like a deal?
Sounds like the best deal I'm going to get. Could I trade the sea glass for one of these fossils?
Certainly. I think that's within your price range. Which would you like?
The swirly one at the front would be great. Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Hello again, Crab.
Hello, Murphy.
I'd like to head back to Crossbone Cove, please.
That's enough.
Muffy, look what I just found.
Is that what I think it is? A dinosaur fossil. A memento of the behemoths. A shadow of a bygone age. My very own dinosaur.
That's an ammonite, that is.
Really not helping here, Crab.
Just saying.
And it was right here where you were searching. You were right after all.
I was right. I'm a real-life paleontologist. This'll show Papa.
Crab, we're heading back to Dead Nettle. Muffy found what he was looking for.
Glad to hear it. Step aboard. Where did your friend run off to so fast?
I have no idea, but I think we made a childhood dream come true tonight.
I am so overwhelmed, I might spew right across the deck.
Hello again, Captain Pemberley.
Welcome back, Captain McCallan.
I'll join you in a game. What are we playing?
Billiards.
Should I set her up?
It is set up. This isn't American billiards, boy. We're playing English billiards. A fine game which requires only 3 balls. A white for me, a yellow for you, and a red we share.
I haven't heard of English billiards before.
I learned it when I toured the gambling halls of London back in 1922. It's a game with far more depth and skill than pool or snooker. Points are awarded not just for potting, but by the flair with which strikes are accomplished. More points can be earned with a fanciful shot than by a simple pocketing.
So I'm not trying to get the balls in the little holes?
Look, I think we might be a bit out of your depth with this. Why don't we keep it simple? The winner is the one who can bounce the red ball off the cushions the most times.
I can do that.
Then let's play. I'm afraid it'll have to be with dry cues. For some reason, the billiard chalk's gone missing.
I wonder how that happened.
Sevens! Something to be proud of. Threes. Too bad, Captain McCallum. It seems my standing as champion of the Captain's Club continues. That trophy belongs to the club champion, and as I'm club champion, I'm telling you Hands off.